Hello and welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Shadow Nexus. My name is Justin. And this message is the Rumi Oracle message for the month of July for Sagittarius. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, interact, because the more you interact, then the more it's tailored to your energy. Okay? So, I hope everybody's doing great. In case you're wondering, yes, that is grapes. I did not have a candle holder, right? And so I was like, okay, I'll use some dirt, right? And well, turns out I didn't have enough dirt left in the soil bag that I had, so I was like, well, shit, what am I gonna do, right? And all I heard was grapes. So here we are with some grapes to hold this white candle up. Okay, Sagittarius. All right. Hey, look. Spirit works in funny ways, and I really love Spirit's sense of humor, right? So, okay, now I'm hearing, they want me, okay, so when I went out on my nature trip, right? And if you haven't seen the video, go check it out. I've been doing some, nature walks and sharing the knowledge and everything and doing channeled messages while out in nature because I don't like being cooped up, right? Anyways, when I was meditating and walking in the river after my meditation, right? While I was walking down the river, I see this little piece of branch of oak leaves floating right past me. And my team's like, hey, that's a gift. And I was like, oh, okay, right. And so I got these oak leaves that are floating down the river, and they want me to put some in the water. Put one in the water there, they said. Right? So, if you aren't familiar with older traditions, okay, the oak leaf is known for its healing properties, right? So what I'm getting here is some of you need to go get some oak leaves and take a spiritual bath, okay? I will provide you the information in the description on what all you need to do that. Oak leaves is one of them. Himalayan Epsom salt. I'm sure a lot of you know what that is. Dr. Teal's is a really good one. It's the one I use. Okay. So I have two different kinds of Dr. Teal's. And this is a with eucalyptus and spearmint, so you can use that. And I like this too, Hawaiian Bliss, pure Epsom salt, okay? So it's got the Alea red sea salt plus papaya and hibiscus essential oils in it. This is absolutely amazing. It smells so good, right? So, and you know what? I'm even going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of this salt around the grapes and the candle and put some in the water there. You don't need a lot, you know. But anyways, there's that. So, I'm really glad that you all are here, and I hope everybody is doing good and doing well. You know, like everybody's happy, you know, and getting outside a lot. Getting outside a lot is really, really, really important right now, especially if, you know, you're doing a lot of healing, okay? Like if you're doing a lot of healing work, a lot of shadow work, being outside, especially especially during dark moons and full moons, right? You really want to be outside a lot. And practicing self-care is really essential, okay? So there's that. I am going to, I was looking for my other deck because I have another deck by Priestess Moon and I don't see it at the moment, so I probably have it in one of my other boxes. I'll have to look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some more reads, like bonus reads, and I'm going to bust out that deck and do some messages from those too as well. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into your Rumi Oracle for the month of July. All right. And at the end of the reading, stick around for the end of the reading, because at the end of the reading, I am doing a Making Magic Manifest Your Dreams, where yeah, you'll see. Just stick around to the ending. I promise you, it's gonna be for your best benefit. I wouldn't steer you the wrong way without insurance. I can promise you that. All right. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and Rumi, what messages do you have for Sagittarius for the month of July? What messages do you have for Sagittarius for the month of July? You want me to take this one? The angel Rosbar. I think I'm saying that right. The angel Rosbar. Excuse me. 27 and 2 and 7 is 9. So before I jump in the book, we are going to talk about the 9, because it is the year of the 9, and 9 keeps coming out a lot, right? So let me get a drink of water real quick. And let me check the camera and make sure that you guys can see that card pretty good. Bring it up there and show it to you. Plus, I'll take a You can take a screenshot of this right now if you'd like. Meditate on it, get an activation. But I'll also post a picture, because I always take a picture at the end of the read when I do the Making Magic Manifesting attraction at the end. And I post the picture that I take from every reading, and I make another video with it, and I call it the Screenshot Manifestation Meditation. And you use a candle and you meditate, and so you'll see. I'll explain towards the end in more details. But yeah, gorgeous cards. For those of you who want to know, in case you're interested, it is by Alana Fairchild. Alana Fairchild is who the deck is made by and created by. So with these readings, just so you know, whatever comes through, comes through. But I always read from the book because I like to honor the creators for their creation, okay? So, 9, right? So, 9's a message for your life purpose, okay? It's all about life purpose. It's about service through your natural skills, your talents, your interests, and which makes a lot of sense because fire energy, being a fire sign, is creative energy. And again, another thing that keeps coming up a lot is the sacral chakra, okay? So the sacral chakra and the third eye and crown and the throat is what I've been picking up on a lot. More so the sacral and the crown, okay? So, you know, nine is about the end of a phase, right? And I'm picking up on this in particular, that it's time to cut the cords, right? It's time to keep it moving forward, right? And fire energy, real quick, is all about transformation, okay? I do highly recommend to journal, okay? I'm getting a message right now for somebody who has been thinking about journaling, hasn't really tried it out, and I do recommend doing this. Also get a notebook. Don't just get a journal, get a notebook, because the notebook, you can write things that you want to let go of, okay? And then you can do a fire ritual where you burn what you want to release, okay? And that helps you transmute it, especially if you do it at night, okay? Do it during the new moon and burn the paper and release and meditate on it. Spend as much time as you can with it. The longer you spend, the better, okay? Now, back to the 9. Excuse me. Get a drink of water. can't get enough water. That's all I've been doing is chugging the shit out of water. So you'll notice that when I'm channeling, my voice will change, right? So about the 9, okay? So 9s are about endings and new beginnings, and being able to walk through the fear, right? So, do not fear loss, because the new will enter your life, right? You have there's a lot of you who have lots and lots of work to do. And not just now, but in the future. I hear your ships are coming in, right? And so right now is the time to prepare yourself, okay? So let's see. Oh, okay, they're giving me a song right now. It's time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. So maybe whoever I'm talking to might be listening to that song, right? I know it's a really, really old song, but there it is. I don't even know who the song's by. Yeah, it's like, man, maybe it's even, didn't they put that song in one of the Ghostbusters, like maybe the first one? I'm not sure. Don't hold me to that. Okay. All right. Let's get into the book here and see what the Rumi message is for you for July. Sheesh. I love it when spirit works through me like that, and you have to know when to step away, right? And not overextend your energy. I've been talking about this a lot too. A lot of collectives are talking about this. How important it is, because nobody can do the work for you, right? You have to do the work. You have to want to do the work. Like, yes, we can transmute energies, right? A lot of us, I have my Star Tribe family, right? Azraelia's creations, and my other soul sister, Susanna, she has Lemurian soul songs, okay? And those two collaborate and they transmute a lot of energies. And we're a team. Like, I might not be there, like, physically with them or anything, but I am in spirit. Like, they vouch for me on that one. So, there's... So maybe that's a message. A lot of you will be running into or you're getting ready to meet your soul tribe. You're going to meet a soul tribe member, somebody that's on your vibration, and they're part of your tribe, your star family. I mean, we're all star family, but we're not all the same tribe, right? Okay, so message for somebody there. Oh, okay, so they're giving me another song. Here I am, na-na-na-na, rock you like a hurricane, na-na-na-na-na-na. Whoever that's by, I don't know. I know I remember hearing that song when I was a kid. My aunt and my mom listened to that song a lot. So if you know who that's by, there you go. Go listen to both of the songs that I mentioned. And there's a message in those songs for you. So go listen to the lyrics, and that's a confirmation from spirit to you and from a passed on loved one. So there's a really strong masculine presence that I'm hearing. Jacob. Okay, I got two. I'm sorry. There's two. Jacob and David. Those are the two names that came through, okay? So let me know. Drop a comment. Let me know in the comments. I'm hearing an uncle for one and a nephew. Yeah, a nephew. Okay. So whoever that's for, drop a comment and let me know. Okay, so 27. Here we go. The Angel Rosbar. Tell me the truth. I asked love, what are you? I am the everlasting life, love said. I am the recurring joy of living. Rumi. The master speaks of a den of riches, where many precious jewels can be found. In abundance they lie, patient and yet ready to be claimed. Go scoop them up, urges the master. The devoted ones look but cannot see. Where are these precious jewels? They cry, for we cannot find them anywhere. The master gazes lovingly at the devoted ones and responds kindly, in service, my beloveds. You shall find the jewels through service. For what is the soul but the finest and most precious of heavenly jewels? What is service but the scooping up of the soul, that it does not lie lost, nor unclaimed, but instead honored for all its precious worth and beauty, tended to until it becomes vibrant as a flawless ruby, radiant with the joy of living. Divine contribution is offered to those who wish to contribute to the world. The great beloved sees what is in your heart, what it is you wish to offer, and is saying yes. Yes. So you are being empowered to serve, to assist, to offer a genuine spiritual contribution to this planet, to become a sacred hand at work for the will of heaven. Such is the capacity bestowed upon the soul that is wise and filled with love and therefore desiring to serve. So then, do not doubt yourself, beloved. You have been blessed with this by the Master to find the precious jewel of your own soul and claim it. Cast aside your doubts then. Yet, perhaps this is not easy for you to do. Perhaps you look at the world, even your chosen field of endeavor, and already you hear so many voices speaking. You may wonder, if your own contribution would simply add noise to a cacophony. You may wonder if you can really help, if you have anything genuine to add, or if there is just too much noise anyway. You may hesitate and become fearful. Do not despair, my beloved. It is part of your divine destiny to add something of great value to the world. Something that has its place even amongst all that activity. Something needed absolutely in the hearts of all. That precious gift is the true silence. The true silence is peace. It is the living experience of the eternal love of the divine that asks nothing but to be received and gives of itself unconditionally. That silence is present underneath even the most raucous noise right after that truck goes by, right? If one knows how to access it. The true silence can only be felt through the beautiful feeling heart. When you know how to feel for it, to surrender into it, you can transmit silence in many ways. Look, I was just talking about this, and check my videos, and because I was talking about how for those just starting, or you're beginners in meditation, right? How important it is to get away, go into nature to meditate. If you have a hard time dealing with noise, because especially if you're going through an awakening, look, I've been through it. I speak from personal experience, and okay, so you know how you'll hear a lot. If you're familiar with readings, you've heard this probably a lot. Because it is a fact that while you're waking up, you will become super sensitive to sounds, right? And sounds that you wouldn't even think of. You'll be so ultra sensitive to sound that it feels like it's in your head. It feels like it's just amplified, like times 100, right? When you get like that, I mean, for one, okay, so there's a message here that somebody, right, whoever, okay, Sarah, they gave me Sarah. There's a Sarah here, that's a Sagittarius, and they're saying you have outgrown your environment, and it's time for you to move on. It's time for you to move on. You've outgrown your environment, and do a cord cutting. Let me know what that's about. So, again, with the importance of getting out to nature, get away from the chaos, get away from all the noise, go camping and get out there in quietness and start with nature. Nature is gentle, okay? It's gentle. And that's what you want to start, especially if you are really ultra sensitive to sound right now. Some of you are getting ready to step into this. You're just starting to experience this, okay? It does get easier, but okay. Take it from me, because I promise you, I would never, ever give you information that would lead you the wrong way, okay? So, and use your discernment and ask your inner voice. Listen to your inner voice. Go within, excuse me, and you will very, very easily be able to tell, okay, using your intuition. Always trust your own intuition and any messages that you hear, okay? I would never ever lead you the wrong way. That is not why I'm here. I am not a deceiver and I never will be, okay? So know and trust that you are safe here, okay? So whoever that's for, and plus anybody too at the same time, all right? So there's that. And what I was going to say was, it does get easier, okay? Especially if, okay, say you get out of bed and you stub your toe, right? You stub your toe, or you trip on a cord, or things are just going really, really haywire, because we all have those days. There's times where, you know, the energies at play, especially now, because like, you know, the darkness, the dark ones, and things like that, the powers that are at play that be, you know, they're losing the battle and they're pissed. So, you know, they're trying harder, and there are energies that it's like dissolving, okay? You know, when we go through a spiritual death and the ego starts dissolving, you know, there's that heavy energy, and it always tries, like that voice that always tries to come. It's like the devil on the shoulder, you know, the angel and the devil, right? You got, oh, you know, you you don't want to do that, you know, and then it's like that in a sense, but only just it's trying to latch on, right? And those are energies, voiceless energies, in moments like those, right, are causing a lot of static, right? And the best way that I've found to deal with that, to deal with those moments, is to laugh. Laugh your ass off. I promise you, it's the fix. Laughter is so amazing for transmuting fuckery moments like that. We'll just put it like that, right? Okay, so as we were, where did I leave off here? Okay, I'll just start from here. So you are being empowered to serve, to assist, to offer a genuine spiritual contribution to this planet, to become a sacred hand at work for the will of heaven. Such is the capacity bestowed upon the soul that is wise and filled with love, and therefore desiring to serve. So then, do not doubt yourself, beloved. You have been blessed with this day by the Master to find the precious jewel of your own soul and claim it. Cast aside your doubts then. Yet, perhaps this is not easy for you to do. Perhaps you look at the world, even your chosen field of endeavor, and already you hear so many voices speaking. You may wonder if your own contribution would simply add noise to the cacophony. I know I've already read this part, but I'm just going to go ahead and read through it, so work with me here. You may wonder if you can really help, if you have anything genuine to add, or if there is just too much noise anyway. You may hesitate and become fearful. Do not despair, my beloved. It is part of your divine destiny to add something of great value to the world. something that has its place even amongst all that activity, something needed absolutely in the hearts of all. That precious gift is the true silence. The true silence is peace. It is the living experience of the external love of the divine that asks nothing but to be received and gives of itself unconditionally. That silence is present underneath even the most raucous noise, if one knows how to access it. The true silence can only be felt through the beautiful, feeling heart. When you know how to feel for it, to surrender into it, you can transmit silence in many ways. Through the peace you cultivate in your heart, in your own daily living, through your presence, through your art, even through your voice written, sung or spoken, yes, even through sound, if that is your path of service. Silence can emanate through your voice, and divine silence can be felt in the hearts of others. So, I'm going to pause right there. The grapes and the oak leaf, the color green, having to do with the heart chakra. And we have that green that's in the card as well, right? So, silence can emanate through your voice, and divine silence can be felt in the hearts of others. The true and great silence, as you may now realize, my dear angel, is not the absence of sound. It is the experience of the divine presence of love. So shall you trust in the wisdom of the Master who bids you to serve according to the graces you have been given? Will you choose to put aside your doubts and instead believe in yourself and the power of divine love that will reach out to the world through your willing soul? Ah, yes. I knew your brave heart would accept this empowerment. I knew you wanted to serve more than you wanted to fear. What I say about the number 9, I was talking about moving through fear, right? And not being afraid to face fear. Out with the old and with the new. Whatever is in your heart is the method by which the great jewels shall be collected. The Master teaches us that we are built to serve according to a higher perfection. So, if to dance in your heart, then dance. Be open and free. Do not hide. Dance. If prayer is in your heart, then pray. If you can feed the poor with food, if you can give the despairing kindness, the lost your words, and those who have turned away from the great Master a healing touch, then do so. Do so without doubt, without having to be the best or the greatest, or any other notion your mind conjures. Just be willing. Willingness, not perfection, is required from you. So then there is room for freedom to awaken in you. Willingness opens you to divine assistance, and through that empowerment, an even greater joy of being will grow within your sacred heart. Your service can flow from simply being yourself in the world, completely and utterly. Your radiance can become one of the sacred candles of the Holy Master. There are many candles that hold the Master's light, and yet each one of them is precious beyond compare. Be such a light, scoop up the jewels through your service, and do not render yourself incapable through nightmares of false imaginings and smallness of mind. Yes, your heart is too big for your mind and it will break it open. But that is okay. Do you think you only serve love and are only, do you think you only serve love and are not also served by love? The helpers are always helped. This is love's way. Do you feel as though you are a foreigner in this land? I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Uh, I just have this really, really beautiful energy washing over me right now, and I'm really hot. I'm like pouring sweat, and I just got this tingling going that's going up my spine. It's like zip, 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 zip. So there might be some of you going through Kundalini rising energy, or maybe you are have been maybe you have been doing Kundalini yoga. So that's why I'm laughing, because the feeling going up and down my spine right now, and there's just this wash of beautiful energy that's just all around me right now, and I feel so good. But at the same time, I'm pouring sweat, and it's not the room. It's not even hot in here right now. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, it tickled. It felt really funny. The helpers always help. This is love's way. Do you feel as though you are a foreigner in this land? Ha! Angel Rasbar shall show you the way then, for she knows you from a long, long time ago. Though you might have temporarily forgotten the acquaintance, she is a great hostess and guide in this terrain of divine love, and she remembers you. You, who are great of heart and capable of contribution. You, who are now signing up for service in the great work of love. Yes, there is work for you to do. Your purpose is bestowed. Serve, assist. Do not hold back for any reason. Not one reason you could imagine is worthy of you. So then, aliveness. So then, service. So then, joy. Help and be helped. That is the way for you now. This oracle comes to you with guidance. You are being guided deeper into your life purpose and divine destiny, like a maturing adult who is ready to take on the mantle of a greater responsibility. Your soul is stepping up. You are going through a process of assuming more spiritual responsibility for the honest and empowered expression of your own essence. And through that, your healing presence in the world is increasing. You are stepping up and forward onto your path. This is appropriate now. It will make you more visible, but that is as it should be. It is not about being worth more than another. It is about the utterly sensible use of a light that it not be dampened down by a shade, but instead be placed where it can cast its fullness, so that others still in darkness may find their way more easily. This is efficient, intelligent, and sensible. Your success and growth is drenched in compassion and brings joy to the heart of the master, as another and another find their way, benefiting from the light of your being. So shine true, be humble, but not dismissive of your gifts. Allow others to find their way more easily, because you choose to honor the power of the great silence that emanates through you evermore as you trust and surrender. You are making progress and are indeed on the right path. Although it may not unfold exactly as you anticipate, it will indeed unfold. I just heard the great unraveling. You are making a positive impact in the world, more than you consciously realize, and you are asked, therefore, to continue. Do not give up. Do not turn back. Just continue. Take your steps, your journey, and know that the great master is aware of you and is sending the holy ones, including that wise ancient mother, Angel Razbar, to bring you the blessing of the true silence in your here and your now. Let it clear and soothe your mind and heart and help you remember the peace that dwells within you. Know and trust that all is well. That's beautiful. If you would like to partake in, because I'm being guided to read the sacred honoring ritual. So you're going to say aloud after me, okay? When you are ready. I am blessed to serve the great, all-loving silence through the presence of divine joy, grace, and radiant compassion. Through the Master that loves me without condition, and the blessed assistance of Angel Razbar, who loves me unconditionally. I accept all help, and I offer myself completely in service to life, to being, and to assist humanity in a practical way, according to the graces and talents I have been given, so be it. All right, Sagittarius, that was intense for me, and while I was reading that, I heard, if your name is Tabitha or Tammy or Tristan, then Reiki is the path for you. And Brandon, if your name is Brandon, you are meant to take a shamanic path. So there's a Brandon that is a shamanic path, okay? You are meant for the path of the shaman. Okay. All right, Sag, let's get your making magic, manifesting your dreams. Please drop comments and interact and let me know what this is all about. And always remember, always remember to take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? I always say that. All right. What manifestation meditation do you have for Sagittarius at this time? For the month of July, please. Sagittarius, for the month of July, please. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, before I keep shuffling, I'm going to take this pause for a moment. This is a great time to think of any question, okay? And whatever comes out is your answer, all right, as well. So you're going to get your answer here, and you're going to have your manifestation, okay? All right. Fire. Okay? Can't make this up. The element of fire heralds new life, renewal, passion, and positive transformation. All right? Thank you so much, Spirit. I really appreciate the messages. Oh, that one flew. Okay, 2 more. The elements. The elements of fire, air, earth, and water combine to create powerful protective boundaries, spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. And I said, remember what I said in the beginning of the message, that I was picking up on spiritual bass. All right. Fairy magic. Respectfully work with the fairies and elementals to achieve your goals. Okay. So, like I said, a lot of going outside energy is the best way to transmute and really balance yourself out and come down into your center. You know, deeply root yourself. Feet in the grass, feet in the dirt, get in the water, have a fire, right? I prefer to pick days with breeze, right? Goddess, healing feminine energy. All right, triple goddess, healing feminine energy. And I was talking about how important it is, how it's always better and to do like burning rituals during new moons, outside, nighttime, is the divine feminine energy, because the moon energy, and during full moons, right, especially super moons or blood moons, you really want to be outside, grounded, and working with that goddess energy. So, all right. Okay, Sagittarius, thank you for tuning in to Shadow Nexus. I love each and every one of you. I love your light. I love your darkness equally, because you can't have one without the other. It is the great yin and yang. And the universe is a mirror. Never forget that. And thank you for letting me be here to be a channel, a guide for you. And it is great to meet you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what this is all about, because I really like to know. All right. Much love and namaste.